Is there anything else?
I didn't know if there's something else you want to say. I'm just going to give you time to tell me whatever you want to talk about, or anything else about your pastor and ministry, or. I know you did say one thing about as far as like puberty, and help me understand, like the Bible teaches once you're age of puberty or something. I'm just going to understand that a little bit more.
I myself need to study it more, but I mean, I don't know exactly what it says on that. That's when your body is able to have children, and obviously, why would the Lord make you be able to have children if you weren't supposed to?
Okay, so the Lord make you be able to change. Okay, so like, whatever age that may be, as far as whenever you are able to.
I mean, not that it happened. I mean, not that you may be able to. To me, I mean, like, that's all right. If I saw someone do that, I wouldn't think anything of it. But I mean, except for the fact that it's it's not okay. So
it's not okay as far as in the eyes of the law.
Yeah. So.
But like, if you saw it, it would be okay to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem with it. But I wouldn't do it myself, and I wouldn't, I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Definitely.
So what is the ministry, or what does it teach as far as, if someone, you talk about other countries, I guess they may have different laws, like if they did, if they were younger and they wanted to marry and they were, they had reached puberty and they were able to bear children, what does your ministry teach about that? Because I know you said you have different ministries in other parts of the country or city and world, or.
Well, I mean,
how is that?
If people. I mean, I've known someone that has asked her to get married before when they were underage, and he said the only way you can is if you leave the ministry and do it, because I can't be responsible for anybody in my ministry doing that, So he said if you want to do it, you're going to have to leave the ministry, and I won't be any part of it.
Okay.
So that's basically how it is. Yeah. As far as Africa and that, like all over the world, they don't bring their marriage things. They don't ask pastor, because they're like pastors too, but they're under our name. So they just do whatever they do over there.
Okay.
That's a totally different country.
Okay. Yeah. I know you said earlier, like you said, as far as the law says that, I'm supposed to get married, but it doesn't.
We don't do that.
Yeah, because just because the law says it doesn't mean
the law
your belief
says it's not.
Yeah, says it's wrong. It's sin.
Yes.
I know you talked about like the movie night. Tell me more about that.
We'll just go over to the place where I have it, and watch a movie, eat popcorn. Afterwards, go our ways.
Who's all there? Or who all watches the movies?
Well, the brothers do it on Saturday nights. The sisters do it on Friday nights. So whatever sisters like to watch, my mom doesn't like to watch movies, so she just goes home. That's why I stay at a friend's house. Some people don't, some people do. Depends on the movie too.
Yeah. And you went there Friday, you said? What movie did y'all watch Friday?
We watched an old movie, Charlie Chaplin. And then they watched another movie. I didn't want to watch it, so I didn't stay.
Yeah. So the brothers watch the movies on Saturday nights, and the sisters watch it on Friday nights? Okay. Is there ever a time that you are able to watch it together, like the brothers and sisters are able to come together and watch a movie, or?
No, we do it separate.
Is it always separate, or? Okay.
We don't talk, so, it wouldn't really make sense to.
Okay. So you don't talk.
Yeah.
Who does get to talk to, like, the brothers, or?
Usually, like, let's see, married sisters or married brothers will talk to each other a little bit, but it's not like a friendly thing. And not like, I mean, even me, sometimes I have to talk to someone. I don't talk to the boys or the single brothers. Sometimes I have to talk to an older married brother. And it's, it's nothing like, hey, how are you doing, like that, because I don't want to get into that. Just say something that's needful, maybe. Which I hardly ever do need to say anything to them anyways. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
you're used to something, then it's normal to you. You're not missing out on anything.
Yeah. That's a true statement. That's really loud when it's quiet, isn't it? So, if you do talk to a brother, it would be a married brother, you said.
Yeah.
What about, like, and you said it'd be something you would need, what would you need to talk to him about?
And just, like, something simple, I don't know. I mean, even sometimes you go out the door and one of the boys will hold for you. I mean, I'd say thank you, or excuse me, or,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what talking to them. I mean, that's just, I mean, I guess it is, but it's different. I mean, we're not, like, hiding our faces, or we go to church, you know, in the same sanctuary. We just have separate sides. We eat in the same cafeteria at the same time. Just separate sides, and just to avoid all, you know, to flee from evil, and just so nothing will happen, like what people are afraid of happening.
What are people afraid of happening?
You know, like, I've heard people say that, like, sexual things go on and stuff. But it can't go on because we're totally separate, and that's why it's like that.
So what do you said people say? What do people say about sexual things? Like what?
Well, I've heard people say that, you know, when I go out, I've heard people say that it's a cult, and that we have, you know, pedophiles, all this craziness, and stuff like that going on.
How come you think they say that?
Well, because they've heard the media say it. They believe the media. They believe what they hear. But they don't. They believe what they hear when they say it, but not when we say it. I mean, and I say I've been there all my life. I've never been to a virgin. I believe in keeping your virginity until you get married. If anything else happened, I'd be totally ruined. I wouldn't be like I am. I mean, I guess I'm calm. I don't know. I would be different.
Yeah.
I would tell someone. I would tell you if you asked me.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I'm trying to hide. I've never been touched.
Okay. What do people say, like, about, or have you heard people say stuff about your pastor, or?
Yeah, that too. I've heard him say that he's a pedophile, which, that's crazy. I mean, I'm a kid, he's never done anything to me. I have my friends, he's never done anything to them, so what's the evidence? What are they saying? My pastor is an old man, and he's like 74 or something. Like, what interest do we have in little kids? That's just too much. I mean, he's always taking care of them, like on their birthdays, he'll make sure they get presents and stuff like that, but it's just what any normal, friendly person would do. Not, you know, a lot of the kids some of the kids haven't even seen the pastor, they just know that he's the one that supports them, basically, like, you know, make sure they have things, and it's just like, you know, like people, you know, count him as, like, they say he's a father to them because he treats them so well. If anything ever happened to anybody, like, you know, anything ever happened where someone was molested in the church, Tony, my pastor, would put them out immediately. He doesn't tolerate that. And let alone, he would never do such a thing. That's sin. He wouldn't even be a pastor. He would be dirt. He would be nothing if he did that. He would just be on his way to hell.
So what do you say about your pastor?
I say that he's a man of God. I know that he has never done anything like that. And I just want to be able to back him up, pray for him, and help him however I can. Help him as in not being part of the